to go.
Trust. That's a big point. And I think it comes out in all the areas of our lives, in our friendships, in our siblings and parent relationships, and of course in marriage. How did I get my husband to trust me? This scripture talks about he will trust me, and it also talks about I will show him all good and no evil all the days of my life. The way I break that down to be is not just necessarily trusting me in terms of where's she going, what's she doing, has she told me the right things. That's not what I'm talking about. The way I built my husband's trust started from trusting myself as an individual, making sure I would do the things I said I'm going to do, making sure that I will go the places that I'm going to go, just in general. So you build trust, or I started building trust from when I was making friendships. You have girlfriends that you talk to and girlfriends that talk to you. And when they talk to you, you don't want to go and use the information that they've given you and turn it into gossip, turn it into gist. Someone speaks to me, they speak to me. And I respect the fact that they're talking to me because they trust me. I know that one day I'm going to be in a situation with my husband, and it's going to be my home that I want to make sure I'm building a trustworthy home. My home that my husband will talk to me, tell me things, and he can be assured that these things stay with me. Trust. My husband wants to know when we build our home together, he can trust me to look after our home, to look after our children, to look after our finances, to look after the respect of the name that I have taken. So trust is a big, it's a big pie, and there are different elements of that pie that this scripture talks about. My husband wants to be able to know that he can trust me to raise our children. He wants to trust me to know that when he's coming home from work, or when he's coming home from wherever, he's not coming home to a house where I'm going at him, or where the house is just gonna be, upside down, or I'm just gonna find one random thing to have a rant on. He wants to trust that he's coming to a peaceful home. And it's my job to make sure I build my home, I look after my home, and make it a safe haven place for my husband to come home to. The second part of the scripture in verse 12 says that I will show him good and not evil. What that basically means to me is I've got my husband's best interest at heart. I want to look after him. It's my duty to look after him. I'm his wife. I'm there to look after him. I'm not there to bring him stress. I'm not there to bring him wickedness either. I am there to make sure he's got a safe haven in me. And that's what the second part of that scripture talks about. We shouldn't be there to bring them bad, or to think bad, or to bring them evil. So questions for you to think about to ensure that you've got your husband's trust and you are there for him for the good. Do you have your husband's needs in your mind? Not just your needs, do you have his needs? When you have his needs, you're keen into his emotions to make sure he's okay. Do you have your husband's best interest? Sometimes that can get mixed up as to his interest and what I want. But do I have my husband's best interest? And trust me, when we have their interests at heart and we satisfy their interests, it makes it a happier, peaceful place to be. What's it like for your husband or your partner coming home? Do they take long to come home from work? On the weekend, are they out, for ages before they return home? Do you make it a happy place for him to come into? Warm, fun, relaxing, non-stressful? An interesting one. Do you follow his advice? Do you listen to him? In the line of trust, when we ask for advice and we get the answer back, Are we prepared to trust in his answer and trust in his direction? I can't lie, I've struggled with that in the past, because I know best. I know what I need to do. I know where I need to go. I know how I need to do this thing. What more can he tell me? They have been put there to guide us. We guide them as well. So we should be able to trust him or trust their advice and action their advice if we need to, or not action, depending on what they're saying. Can we do that? So these are just some questions that help you build your home to make sure you've got a safe haven. With trust comes respect. With respect comes trust. It's a simple equation. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were able to pick something from it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be on the lookout for the next verse. God bless.